Hello everybody, welcome back to the Prospectrix YouTube channel. And today I'm here at Matador Training Center. Today we are going to be getting on the mat with prospect Marc Sanders, 1-0 undefeated. Today we're going to just see how his cardio is, how he gets on the mat, and probably make some good content. So make sure to stay tuned. Also, to fill you guys in, the people who are watching this video and also watched the first interview, his fight on August 23rd got canceled. The fighter that he was supposed to fight with canceled on him. These amateur fighters, they're just trying to get fights. So we're going to talk to him about what's going on with that, when his next fight is, and how he's training for it. It could be kind of mentally draining to have so many fights be canceled. So we're going to have a little good interview after the sparring, and I'll see you guys there. Enjoy the video. This is my first time sparring. You'll probably see a lot of wrestling, not much good hand movement, but I just want to get up on the mount with prospect. This guy's a real deal.
Hey Ollie.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, bro. Another beautiful day of training. You know, we're all in here trying to get at it early morning. Let's get it.
Hey Marc, completely respectful way. When you're getting on the mat, what do you do to make sure you're physically and mentally trained harder on the mat than everyone else?
Well, for one, it starts with your diet. You know, whenever I eat like shit before practice, I can feel it, like for sure. So before practice, I try to get a good meal in with carbs and a lot of fats, you know, because you burn that way more than protein. So some steak and eggs is not really too good. You know, some fruit, some peanut butter, some honey.
Yeah.
That's always best.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know you love to train, love to get on the mat, love to do cardio. What else do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, you know what? Not much. Just watch a lot of film. You know, that's the number one thing that I feel like gets you better faster is watching the greats, watching film, studying. You know, when I'm at home, I just be on fucking YouTube watching fights, to be honest.
Yeah. What's your name?
Derek Nazarian, Marc Sanders training partner.
Let's get it. Marc, you looking big. What weight are you at right now?
I'm like 153, 154, and I gotta go start cutting. Yeah,
That's how it be.
yeah.
I noticed you and Derek went hard.
Yeah.
Did the usual on the mat?
Not really, but the camera's out. We gotta go there.
If someone is unathletic or overweight or not confident in themselves as a person, and they want to get in the mat, maybe in particular Matador, what do you have to say to them to make them feel more safe to starting this?
I would say, the best time to start was yesterday. There's never gonna be a perfect time. If you come in, you'll start to realize that you should have started earlier, and every day is a blessing. So the more you do it, the more you'll realize that the only person holding you back is yourself. So yeah, come through.
Unfortunately, we found out that your fight that was supposed to be today got canceled.
Yep.
What was your thoughts running in your head when you found out, and what are your plans for the future?
You know what? I was really bummed, really bummed. I put a lot into this camp, but it's fine. There's always going to be better opportunities, and thank God this is fucking amateur, so it's not really too deep. So I'm going to fight. Hopefully, I'm going to get one in next month, or I already have an opponent booked for October 11th for UNF Up Next Fighting Promotions. So you guys will see me there for sure, if not next month.
We're here with Diego, 3-0. Get it. Diego's 3-0. He's a very hard hitter. How do you practice against that?
You don't. You just scramble. You want always training corner for sure.
You have to build the perfect fighter out of the UFC roster. First is power. Who do you choose for power?
Power, Francis Ngannou for sure.
Yeah. Okay, number 2, Matt IQ. Cage IQ.
Oh, this is the easy one. Demetrius Johnson, bro. DJ. He's a beast. That void. He's always talking about that void.
Of course. Okay, number 3. Who do you choose for cardio?
Marab, come on. That's the easy answer, little midget over there.
So being a bantamweight, you kind of look up to his cardio?
For sure. He's actually my favorite fighter right now. Right now, just not off his style, just the way he goes out there and imposes his will. I kind of want to represent that in my style, just go out there and impose my will for sure.
Number 4, who do you give kicks to?
Kicks to? This is up for debate because there's a lot of good kickers, but this is kind of underrated. Not a lot of people would pick him, but Umar Nurmagomedov.
Really?
His kicks are insane. Yeah, his flexibility, his power, the way he torques him up there. I would say Umar, and not a lot of people would say that.
Yeah. So for number 5, who do you give stand-up punching boxing to?
I feel like it's in all our heads right now. He's been super dominant so far, fucking knocking out our favorite fighters. I didn't want to say his name, but Ilia Topuria, man, that man's a beast for sure.
Yeah. I keep on watching the interview between him and Max Holloway. Who's Joe? Who's Joe? So last one, number 6, who do you give wrestling to?
Ooh, this is a hard one because there's a lot of good wrestlers, and the obvious answer would probably be fucking Islam, but I feel like there's certain people who have better grappling than him.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You know who's super underrated that not a lot of people talk about?
Gamrot?
Gamrot. He has one of the highest level scrambles, grappling, and jiu-jitsu. It's one thing to have wrestling, it's another thing to have jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
If you have both, it's beautiful to watch, and I feel like he's the one who mixes it up the best and the most for sure.
So very quickly, I was able to recognize this man's skill, overall his speed, dominance is like his drive for it, man. So you can tell the world, son. You do it, bro. Just keep that young fire tamed a little bit, you know? Get a little hot headed at times on the outside, bro. Be cool, tranquilo, fool, you know? Sometimes this world you gotta be a rogue ninja. Low key. Hey, man, you got all this though. You straight, though. You straight. In the ring, bro, you got it. You got it, bro.
Mark, would you ever say that there's some days or weeks that like you're not feeling it on the mat and these teammates keep that fire going?
Yeah, what he's referring to is, you know, I tend to get in my head a lot. I really want to be the best, and when I don't perform like how I know I would in sparring, even if it's to the slightest bit, I kind of get discouraged, and like you could see it in my face that I'm not happy with my performance. But you got to remember, it's not a performance because it's sparring. It's just practice, you know. The performance is when you get on those big lights and you fight for real. This is just all practice. So just, getting out of your head and just knowing every day is a chance to get better. It's really what helps me for sure.
Yeah. Would you say that mindset kind of helps you with your confidence in the future when it goes to the mat with your moves?
Yeah, no, for sure. I just know what I can do on the mat with the training partners. So whenever it doesn't happen, I kind of realize what skill level he's at and how I can up my skill to match his. So it's always just a constant progression, and you know, always just trying to get better for sure.
Of course. Oliveira instantly booked another fight with Fiziev. He was willing to say yes to anybody. It's a fight night in Brazil. How do you see the fight going, and do you see Oliveira retiring that night?
His brain needs a break. The knockout wasn't too long ago, and I think this one's going to be bad for him. I think Fiziev knocks him out in the third, or the second, maybe even. In terms of retiring, I'm not going to speak for him because, you know, he's his own man, he's his own fighter. In my opinion, I think it's time to hang it up. You know, he's had a great career. He has tons of wins, a ton of losses.
Definitely.
Everybody respects him, and he's made a lot of money, so I think it's time to hang it up. But if he continues, that's good for us.
Yeah.
That's good for us, for sure.
Okay, so for me, watching the Khamzat versus Duplessis fight, everyone says it was boring, which it kind of was boring. But the reason why I went for 25 minutes is because Duplessis didn't have good takedown defense, but he had good submission defense. So it was just him fighting up the submissions for 25 minutes. What would you say you'd have done differently if you're Duplessis?
Easy. I don't want to sound like a know-it-all or that I'm better than him because he's a world champion, but man, wrestling stand-ups, the folk style stand-ups, the 2-on-1 stand-ups that we used to always do. Oh my God, that push off the mat, switches, you know, just wrestling stand-ups. I feel like as soon as he locked his hands, he was kind of lost. He didn't know what to do.
I kept on trying to hit those today.
That shit works, but it's kind of hard when they know it's coming.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell him, bro. Hamzat's just the beast, but if anything, I would say wrestling stand-ups.
I'm here with Marc Sanders. Great SPAR day. He's going to show 3 of his favorite moves. 1 striking, 1 grappling, and 1 of his own choice.
So you know me, I'm really lanky and tall, so my teeps are very effective, I feel like. So I try to use my teeps and my teep fake a lot. So I hit up, I go straight.
What is a move that you've been training harder after your first fight?
Probably just my back attacks because you know I had his back a lot in the fight and I didn't really finish. So all throughout this whole 6-month layover, I've just been trying to just like grind my back attacks for sure. One of my favorite takedowns is called the crotch flip off the overhand. Go very hard like that. Boom. Roll the right hand as I'm going. I step in right for this high crotch. As I step in for this high crotch, I switch arms, lift. So a lot of times with half guard, when you're smashing like I'll try to get their underhook. But from here, I want you to switch this arm to the other side. Ready? Come out. I'm gonna grab this leg, lift this leg up, start passing, start tossing to the top mount.
That's undefeated. Marc Sanders' 3 favorite moves. We know how good Pantoja is, but the other 3 that I say is the most dominant as champs right now is Merab, Khamzat, and Topuria. For each of those divisions, who do you see testing the champion the best?
For Merab, it's gonna be a tough one. They're gonna have to find someone that they haven't found before. I'm trying to think of all the 135 prospects, and if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Corey Sandhagen. But that fight's already booked, so we're gonna see the outcome to that for sure. For Khamzat, this is a very unpopular opinion, and not a lot of people will agree with me. But I truly believe that if Bo Nickel locks in, he gets a couple wins. Right, Khamzat shoots on him like he's shooting on everybody else. I feel like he has the best chance stylistically.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, like if you look at Bo Nickel's wrestling, he was so dominant in the college mat. His performances were always consistent, always such a great wrestler. And his loss against RDR, honestly, is going to age very well. I think he will learn from this fight. I think a lot of people really just go with running about these like fraud checks. But the thing is, they don't realize that the UFC is the top of the top competition in MMA.
That and, you know, a lot of these guys have been training forever, MMA forever, you know. The Bo Nickel started after college.
Yeah.
That's late. That's pretty late. So I feel like it's just giving him time and he'll show us.
And so this might be your live reaction right now, but this morning in the UFC Fight Night in China, Charles Johnson just knocked out another prospect. Yeah, another prospect. Yeah. What's your thought on that?
He's been killing all the prospects.
Yeah.
He's slick though. I posted him on my story actually not too long ago, just because his style, his striking is really cool. John Kavanagh, he's really good too though, so don't discredit him, but he'll be back for sure. But that was a sick ass knockout for sure.
So, last question: Ilia Topuria is the third last dominant champion. Who do you see in the lightweight showing competition?
That's a no-brainer. I think we all have him on our heads. You know, he's competing for the 170 belt right now versus JDM. He takes that, he comes back down. He's probably the only person who can defeat that man for sure. Islam Makhachev.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Islam is a great fighter. Thank you so much for allowing me to get in the mat with you, Marc. You are a beast. I can't wait for our next video or next interview, and good luck on your next fight.
Thank you guys so much.
Me and Marc are about to go run, get some cardio in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.